sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart to slow. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know.
Oh, get on the stream and we're celebrating. I really do.
It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toffee Bluecast. Paul has put together a quiz tonight, and I'm just going to pass it over to him now because it's his show tonight, and I'm a contestant.
Hey, can I throw this up straight away? Actually, from West Egg, it's been a big week, hasn't it? What's going on with Toffee Bluecast on a BBC podcast?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. BBC sent me an email, and then
Julia Bold.
they
gave you a bit of a shout.
Yeah, she said, we've heard your Dwight McNeil song on the Toffee Bluecast channel. We'd like to use it on the Dwight McNeil part on the BBC Everton podcast. And if you go to, I think it's episode 7, I'm actually in it singing on the Dwight McNeil part. So, yeah, I'm you know what? It feels good to be in that. I mean, that's a podcast. If you, I just want to give that podcast a shout out, first of all, where she's done a fantastic job on that. It's amazing. It kind of gives you an in-depth feeling of the fans, and it gives you an in-depth feeling of the players as well. It's such a good podcast, and to have me randomly singing in it only makes it a little bit better as well. So I was really happy about that. Yeah.
Good lads, well done, well done. First of many, never know.
Yeah,
they know that
channel's going well.
Everton's songs, that's it. So yes, we have got a big quiz. It's Everton's shortest quiz ever, which, in case you were hoping that it was going to be about 5 seconds long, I'm afraid no. It's the other kind of shortest, and it should be a good laugh. And you've brought a ringer in to help you, and you've got an opponent as well, haven't you?
Yes. Well, first of all, we'll get the opponent. So the opponent, you know him, you've seen him. He's a heavyweight, to be fair. He's quite good at his quizzes. He's took you on. Yeah. He comes up with the answers all the time randomly. He's got some random knowledge, this man. He's got 20 KOs on his belt. Here he is. Luke, School of Science.
Gentlemen.
Yes. Coming into the ring. Luke, School of Science.
With the muscles.
I mean, I need a backup. So I've gone like tag team partner, ringing around saying, I need someone here. I've got a big fight on here. And this man never lets me down, and I've got him in the building. It's been a while since he's been on, but here he is, Paul Caswell, and I'm hoping he leads me to victory. Here he is. Yeah.
He just needs
I've got Paul Caswell in to help me out
rather than any intellectual reinforcement.
It's okay. Not much intellect needed on this quiz, honest to God.
I stand a chance then.
And me.
So yeah, so we've got a bit of a challenge, haven't we? So let me get this up, and we'll go for it. So where are you? Hang on a second. Oh, hang on. I've got to get got to get rid of that bit because I sort of actually no, that should be all good. Yeah. So ages. I mean, you know, doesn't it, Dan? It takes ages when we're doing stuff like this.
Yeah. I'm just making sure I've got I haven't got the comments on. I've just hid the comments, so I ain't got the comments.
Yeah,
I've just
no cheating, chaps.
I've just hit the comments because you people that are on live now. By the way this works is me and Paul will take on Luke, School of Science, and but you lot play along in the comments, and Paul will keep looking at your answers and stuff and play along because this is about us Everton fans having a little get together tonight. Having a little quiz because we try and do this international break because we all miss Everton so much. So get involved in the comments. Come over from Twitter, hit that link, come over, and play this quiz that Paul set up.
Yeah, play it and put your answers in the comments, and I'll mention a few as well. And the lads will have to do without your help. So yeah, here we go then. The way that let me see. The way that I'll do it is let's just start and let's see. So basically, I'll let everyone answer, but I'll ask one team first each time. Okay. So the easiest question, and this is why it's short, and I'll start with Dan and Paul. Is who do you think the shortest player in the squad is? And then Luke can answer as well. So. And then you get a point for every time you get a question right. Simple as that.
I'm going to go for Captain Coleman.
Do you think he is? Yeah. You think Coleman's the shortest?
Yeah. Trying to think. I know
and his subs are small.
Short. Yeah. I know
it's in the current squad.
If Mopey was still here to pick him, but I'm going to go Coleman.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we're group decision. I'm trusting Paul straight away. I'm going to give him the trust on the first one to know if he's got it or not. We're going to go for Seamus Coleman. We're going to go for.
Okay, so Coleman for Team Dan and Paul. Luke?
Bloody hell. It's a tall squad when you think about it, to be honest. I mean, Beto's an absolute giant. Calvert-Lewin's an absolute giant. Corey's an absolute giant. Pickford is, I don't know, he's probably around just under 6 foot. You know, the only one who stands out for me, it's got to be Idrissa Gueye. That's the only one who stands out to me because his lean frame and everything, he's surprisingly short. I've ran into him a couple of times as well, and he's probably about the same height as me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to risk it on him.
Are you wishing you'd gone for something else now, Team Dan and Paul?
I forgot about him, you know. I shouldn't because I love Garner Gay, but I forgot about him.
Well, I can tell you that West Egg's
still close though. It's still close.
Right. Mrs. M's got it right, and they all went for Garner Gay.
You cheeky.
He's actually
Garner Gay.
Actually, I can't tell you how tall because that is your next question. So Luke is one up. We're going in meters and centimeters.
We've got this,
here.
Paul.
All right, and it's going to be Luke to go first, and then you guys have a go, and whoever's closest gets the point. So 1-0 to Luke so far. So in meters and centimeters, what do you think, Luke?
Okay, so I'm about 5'9". I'm about 5'9", 5'10". So I'm between 178 and 180. So he's around about the same height as me. So I'm going to say around 175.
175 for Luke.
What are you thinking, Paul? I still trust you at the minute.
I was going to go around 160, but I failed miserably on the first question.
No, don't worry about that. We've still got this. I forgot about him as well, so it was a double fail. I was thinking Coleman as well. So, do you think it's going to be under his 1.7? Because we need to take advantage that I think 160 as well.
Yeah, it's interesting how you're going to play this.
We'll go with your 160 because I think that it's going to be lower than his 170.
Well, Luke said 175.
175, sorry, yeah.
You guys are going for...
Should we go 160?
Yeah, go 160.
Go on.
Okay. The answer is 174. Luke was a
He's good, isn't he?
centimetre away.
He's
And
good, isn't he?
I
He'd
thought
be a good builder, wasn't he?
if you were going to play the game, I thought you were going to go
He'd be a
literally
good
1
builder.
centimetre less.
Yeah, he would be a good builder. He's done us there. I like that one. He'd be a good builder. We've got a challenge here, Paul. We need to step our game up here. He's close.
He's 5
there.
foot. He's 5
It's
foot
like the
8 and a
Palace
half.
game at home, innit? 2-0 down early on. Got to
Yeah.
fight back.
He's actually 1 centimetre shorter than Jack
We
Harrison.
got it still.
And who else was another one? Can't remember another one. Dobbin was quite short as well. But
To be honest, I feel like it was a verse up
Were
to
we
one.
even
Harrison,
close
I
with
remembered
Coleman,
him.
Paul?
You what? Sorry, say again.
Were we even close with Coleman?
No. I did have a list, but I didn't notice Coleman as being one of the 5'9s. So we have got quite a tall side, to be fair. It was interesting looking at some players and heights and everything else. And I always thought that I was short, but I'd be in the mix. Probably about Luke's is maybe tad taller than I am. So, and Dan's a lot taller, so he'd definitely be in the mix. But yeah, Idrissa Gueye, 5 foot 8 and a half, 1.74. Next question. So this is who's this going first now? This is Dan and Paul going first. So who has had the shortest time as permanent manager?
Oh, so it is a proper shortest. This is a bit of a different one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's had the shortest time as permanent manager?
Yeah.
It's the guy in the yellow and blue tracksuit, isn't it? With the grey hair. What's his name?
You know what? I know who you're thinking of. I'm sure Paul knows who you're thinking of as well.
Well, they've been pulling all these stats out that Dyche has nearly got the worst records, so I'm sure it's. Can't think of his name. Do you know it, Paul Caswell?
I can tell you who you're thinking of because I know who you're thinking of. I won't tell you whether it's the right answer or not.
It's not.
Has he got it?
The one that we got from Norwich 30 years ago. Oh, I forgot his name now.
His name was Mike Walker.
Yeah, no, he had a bit. There's people who've had less time than him, I'm sure. Ferguson was only caretaker.
I know Ferguson would have been a good one, wouldn't he? That would have been an easy one for us.
Yeah, that would have been quite.
I can tell Luke's confident because he's stroking his beard.
Yeah, he's definitely going to know the answer, isn't he? But we've got to plod our heads along and get this one. Who is the one with the grey hair with the blue and white, the blue and yellow tracksuit that I'm thinking about?
That was Mike Walker that you're thinking of.
Mike Walker.
Yeah.
Do you think Mike Walker?
Should we go with? I can't think of anyone who's had less time because I know he had the worst run, didn't he, till Benitez came, and then we've gone even worse since then.
I just remember a picture of Mike Walker, someone putting his face as Sean Dyche, saying he's the same sort of manager. But I think Mike Walker. I'm going to put myself forward to probably make us lose on this one. Mike Walker, should we go with it?
Yeah, can't think of anyone else.
That retro blue and yellow tracksuit. Go on.
You guys are saying Mike Walker. Luke, do you want to step in?
Oh, yes. So I'll tell you exactly who it is. I have no idea. To be honest, when I was thinking about it, I was running through recent managers that I know of throughout my lifetime, and the one that kept standing out to me was Sam Allardyce, because he came in around the middle of the season and then saved us for the end of the season and just got biffed off rather quickly. So I figured it would be him, because he was only in there for 5-6 months, if that.
Okay, so Luke's going Allardyce against Mike Walker.
Oh,
and I thought we had an additional season from Allardyce.
Well, Allardyce joined in November, end of November, and then carried on till the end of the season.
I thought we had him longer than that. Well,
Yeah. The thing is, it was actually
Oh, it was.
Benitez,
Wow.
Spanish waiter.
I even
he
said his
who
name.
shall not be named.
You said
He
him,
was.
didn't you, Paul?
Yeah, I said we had the worst run under Mike Walker until we had Benitez.
There you
I
go.
said his name.
There you go. Yeah, so it was Benitez, and yeah, the Blues isn't very happy with you lot.
How did you
Should
remember?
have-
Yeah, I try not to be honest.
Oh yeah,
I know
because he
it.
came at the start of the season and we got rid of him at the end of the January, didn't we?
I just remember us keeping him too long though. We all wanted him gone, and he got given more time than anyone else.
I think we wanted him gone by about October.
Yeah, I actually felt
the moment he walked in.
I actually felt quite sick doing this question and answer, to be honest. Just to compound it, so still 2-0 to Luke at the moment, but just to compound it, how many games in all competitions was he manager for? Closest one gets the point.
Right, we were quite early out.
And it's Luke to go first.
Okay. Does this take into account the pre-season friendlies you did as well?
No.
Okay.
All games in all competitions.
Okay. All competitive games.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 15.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to say around 24 because he was here till the end of January. It wasn't the World Cup year that year, and we had a few cup games as well. Because I remember us winning at Hull away with Townsend, and I think we had a few other cup games as well where we actually won. I think it's a bit more than 15 because it was definitely.
I was going to say 20, Paul. I was going to say 20.
We'll go 20.
Are you sure though? Because you're
24.
24. You're 24. You backed it up with information, which makes me think you know exactly it's 24.
We'll still be closer with it 20 anyway.
Yeah. Good point. Actually, good point. I like your style. Yeah,
shame it's
we'll
not
go 20 then.
Numbers. Closest without going over.
So 15 for Luke.
Come on.
20 for you guys. Just to throw in some other guesses from people. Blues went 23. Mrs. M said 12. And Emma said 19. The answer was 22.
Yes. It's halfway in between what we said. So, yeah.
Back in the game.
2-1. 2-1. Palace game. Here we go. I don't know how many questions there are, but comebacks on.
Right. Trophy question. So our last trophy was FA Cup. Was FA Cup. And what is the height of the FA Cup in centimetres? And I mean the whole thing. I mean the base,
and
the cup, the lid. Yeah. This is Dan and Paul to go first.
I'll told you, I reckon it is, mate. About a foot.
Do you know what? Is it the big trophy that Neville Southall's? It ain't that one, is it? That talking about like we've got loads of trophies. Yeah, that's the different one. So is it a small trophy? What can you remember what the trophy looks like, Paul?
I'm trying to think of people.
Is it a dish?
Holding it
is it a long one?
It's been a while since we won it, to be fair. So
yeah.
I think it's a small one, you know.
I think it's about a foot.
Should we say what you're saying, like 30 centimetres then? There's a lot of different feet out there, Paul. There's a lot of different feet. You got size 13, you've got size 2. You know what I mean? It could be anyone's foot.
I don't know.
You think 30 centimetres?
No,
30 centimetres is a ruler. It's got to be bigger than that.
It'll be 60 or 90, won't it? I really haven't got a clue on this one.
I'm going to go. Do you know what, Paul? I think 60. I think go with what you first said. You've got a bit of luck in you now with that. You got us back on track. I think 60 centimetres. That's 2 rulers.
Yeah.
Yeah, 60 centimetres we're going. I feel like we've tag team that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luke?
Now, this is the funniest thing. In 2009, when we got to the FA Cup final, I held that cup. I actually have a photo of me holding that FA Cup. It is a big cup.
With a ruler next to
I
it.
have as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's not tiny. It's not
tiny. I'm going to say 80 centimeters.
80 centimeters. So
80.
we've got 60 and we've got 80.
He's holding the trophy. That's just freaking.
That was brilliant. Yeah, I went to Legends Night and they brought it. Yeah, it was good.
I was at BBC Radio Merseyside when that happened, actually.
Was
they
it?
Actually had they were celebrating us getting to the FA Cup final, and they had this whole hoo-ha with the actual trophy itself.
Brilliant,
that was a case, touching that bloody thing.
Oh, don't take responsibility. We can blame you for it instead.
Careful.
Mrs. M says that it was 18 inches, whatever that is in centimeters. Blue says that 3 FA Cups are taller than Ghana Gay. And Emma Davis has said 62. And you're not going to believe this. It's 62 centimeters.
Yeah. It's getting. You might have holding it, mate, but we knew it.
It's 62 centimeters.
I ain't leaving. We're in it.
There you go.
Well done, Paul. Well done. That was you first guess then. I knew to go with your first guess. Paul Caswell.
30 centimeters was well out.
Yeah. Well done, Emma Davis. I'll tell you what, either that's divine inspiration, that is, or Google.
That's the power of Google.
That's the power of Google.
You thought you had that question in your hands then, didn't you, Luke?
I was thinking back to it, and it felt so much bigger than what it looks. I mean, with that base as well, that base itself was probably about 20 centimeters on its own.
The thing is, though, you were shorter. I was when I last held it.
No, I was an early grower. I mean, I was this height when I was about 7.
Made a
good beard as well.
Right, it's Team Luke's turn to go first. So this is about transfers, and it's managers since 1990. So which permanent manager, so permanent, has made the fewest transfer transactions? So that means in the time that they were in the post, signing players in, getting rid of players, all of that together, which permanent manager made the fewest transfer transactions? So this is Luke first.
Okay. Transfers and outs. Let's see.
Seeing the pressure now, when he look at him, he's thinking now.
Well, the momentum switched, hasn't it?
The boys are back. The boys are back in town.
I'm going to have to say Benitez, because of a short time period there. He's had little to none. And thinking about it through my head right now, I can probably think of maybe 3 or 4 transfers. So I'm going to go with Benitez.
Okay. So Luke goes Benitez. Team Dan and Paul.
Yeah. I would have said Benitez, but he got a lot of players out, didn't he?
Many, to be fair.
I was actually thinking Ancelotti, because he came in the November. We didn't buy anyone in the January, and we only got 4 players in the summer, and then he never buys anyone in January transfer window and left the following summer. But they must have got more than 4 players in for it.
Well, the thing is, Benitez was just like Damari Gray and Rondon, wasn't it?
And Townsend.
And
then he got rid of Vinya. He got rid of James Rodriguez.
Is it players you get rid of as well, Paul? Yeah.
Both, yeah, both.
Yeah.
Paul knows.
Include loans as well. It includes loans.
Did Ancelotti get rid of many players? Oh, including loans?
Yeah.
I can't remember Ancelotti really getting rid of many players. Gordon went out on loan, didn't he? And Branthwaite went out on... No, did Branthwaite go out on loan with him, or was he still in the? I don't really remember many sales under Ancelotti.
We'll go. Do you know what? Then we'll go. We'll twist it. We'll go. Carlo Ancelotti.
Yep.
Ancelotti. Oh, fantastico.
Italian gangster Carlo Ancelotti.
All right. So we've got Ancelotti against who did you say, Luke?
Who should not be named?
Yeah. Voldemort.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm glad at least we've gone Carlo, not Benitez.
Right. Other people, West Egg suggested Lampard. Blue said maybe Rafa or Walker. Emma says Deitch. Benitez had the summer, wasn't he, in the summer? And he also managed to get rid of a few people before he got pushed. So
and we've
actually,
got like Mikalenko and Patterson in and everything as well.
So actually, the answer is
Oh.
Yeah, he had loads of players, didn't he?
Sam brought 3 in and 3 went out as well.
To be fair, when he come in, the squad was loaded with players. Wasn't it Rooney the lot? And he didn't really. Yeah. I didn't think of him. And he got us to finish 10th as well, with no signings and no signings out. So
yeah, well, the one that went out was two younger lads went off to places like Fleetwood and Lincoln, I think, and the big one that went out was Barkley after jibbing the move in the summer, and then eventually went to Chelsea in the January. So
off his price and all, didn't he?
Cost us 20 million, didn't he?
Pretty much.
Cost us 20 million.
It didn't work out for him. Worst possible thing he could have done. Didn't go for him at all, did it?
That's what it works with Everton. That's how it works. Isn't it? If you do something bad to us, karma gets you.
So next question is: can you name the 3 players Sam Allardyce brought in? So you're going to get one guess at a time, and it's then going to pass over to the next person and so on. So if you do name one, then you get a point. And we'll go for a few guesses each and see if you get them. So it's actually you 2 first. So he brought in
Tuzan one, Paul?
Players. Who, sorry?
Tozan, was that one, Paul, do you think? Castle?
Trying to think. I can't think that far back. I'm actually trying to think who he brought in.
Snardlin didn't come in, did he, under him?
Oh, that might be a good shout, that.
Snardlin.
Is that your guess?
Yeah. Because if he said, that means we're in business. And I'm thinking I've said something good for once. So Snardlin, we're going to go for it.
Snardlin's a no.
Oh,
Luke?
Wow.
Maybe think I'm getting it right.
One of them is Cenk Tosun.
Is
one of the first signings as well, I think.
Okay. That is correct. Point for Luke.
He knows all of them, doesn't he, Paul?
So we've got a in.
Yeah.
2 others.
Did we get Walcott at the same time as we got Tozen as well? Can't remember.
Wilcott could be a good one.
Is that your answer?
I'm trying to think who he had playing for him. I reckon Rooney could be one. I said Rooney, didn't I? Was Rooney one, Paul Castle?
Yeah, I'm sure Walcott came in a January transfer, didn't he? I'm trying to think back now. No, I'm sure he didn't really come in the summer after the end of his previous contract, because we gave him a shit ton of money, didn't we?
Yeah, big wages on Walcott.
Yeah, I actually think Walcott.
Let's go Walcott then. And then if this one's not right, I'm taking the next one. But I don't know why I've got... Do you put Caswell, do you actually know when we got Rooney? Was it under Allardyce or not? Or did we already have Rooney before that?
No, I actually
or do we have him after that? Was it later? You might be right. I might have it.
You may well get another guess, to be fair. So I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Go on then. We'll go. Wilcott. Yeah.
Correct. Well done.
Yes. Well done, Caswell.
And before the question even came up, the Blues actually said Allardyce did spend 50 million on Tosson and Walcott in January.
See, even the Blues don't know he's tactical magician. He is.
Thing is, though, he can't remember the third. You can't remember the third. So, Luke.
I'm going to correct one very quick. Rooney was in that squad before Allardyce even came in, to be honest, because we'd sold Lukaku and Rooney came in when we were getting rid of Lukaku. He was part of the trade deal. I think it was something like 75 million with Rooney. From memory.
I do actually remember. Do you remember the 4-0 when we beat West Ham at home and Rooney scored from the halfway line?
Yeah, the hat trick.
I think that was a game where Unsworth was in charge, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Sam Allardyce came in the week after that, I think, or 2 weeks after that.
Yeah. Nah, I can't.
There you go.
Think.
This one's tricky.
This is tricky because it's one. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's one that didn't even bloody feature. It's one.
I've got it. I've got it.
And we didn't even bloody use them. Scheiße.
I know this one. I think I know it, Paul Caswell. So let's see what he's got.
Nothing, mate. A blank expression. That's all I've got.
I feel like
it's just with what Luke's just said. Luke's just made me think of someone that didn't feature.
Nice hoodie, by the way. I'm gonna have to pass in all honesty. I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Come on then, Dan.
Right. Do you know, this could be completely wrong, by the way, and Paul Caswell will correct me if it's wrong. I think Klassian.
Oh, Davy Klassen.
No. No, you just said he didn't play much. I remember getting him. And when did we get Klassian? No.
We got him in the summer with Rooney.
Klassen. I thought. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Was that
on about Davy Klassen?
Yeah, Klassen.
Right. Okay.
The Holland one.
Right. That's a no.
No, I'm not going with him. I'm not going with him because straight away.
Done it.
I said I'm asking Paul first.
Gone. I tell you what, I'll give you a clue. It was a loan, and Luke's right. He didn't actually. He didn't play for us very much at all because he got injured and was out for the season.
I've got him, Lennon.
No, Luke, your turn.
Well, Aaron Lennon was before all that. He was back when we still had Chang on the shirt. I don't know. It's not Van de Beek. Obviously not Van de Beek.
You ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get it.
Can't be Gabaman. I don't know why, but Gabaman keeps coming in.
Gabaman.
I know it's more likely not.
Right.
Did he bring in any of his reject players, Sam Allardyce? Did he bring anyone back from like?
Yeah, Emma's actually spot on. She get the countdown music on here.
Go on then. We give up. Paul, do you give up?
Yeah,
we ain't got it, have we?
Okie dokie. It's hard. He was a defender, and he came from.
It's the Arsenal defender.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Not the one you're thinking of, and we never even. You're not thinking of Buzzy Chamberlain, are you? When he was at Arsenal.
You're not
wrong.
There
was an Arsenal defender in our academy, but it ain't him. There we go.
Here we go. The answer was Mangala.
Mangala.
I would never have got that.
Well, you got one each. You got one each. So fair play. Well done. Tosson and Walcott for about 50 million, and Mangala for nothing, and he did nothing.
Is that
I've got a selfie with him as well. I've got a selfie with him.
What, with Mangala?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, not really. No one knows him. There you go.
So, this next question, there's no one.
What's the score, Paul?
The score is 3-3.
Come on, let's keep
the
it.
Score is 3-3. So, this next question is not anyone first. It's just the first one to call out the answer. Okay.
Oh, we got double chance here.
So get you ready. It's like Blockbusters, this, where you used to have 2 against 1.
So get your voice on, get moving.
Yeah. Ask your grandparents. So Everton has one of the shortest names in the Premier League, but which team has the shortest? Go. Call it out if you know it.
Luton.
No.
Bury.
No. Premier League.
Premier League. Shortest in the Premier League this season.
Yep.
West Ham. Oh, wait, no, because you've got the United.
Oh, my God. Why can't we get this? I feel the pressure. What is it, Paul? Come on.
All of your second names are included. No.
Oh, right. Arsenal?
No.
Shit off.
Luke's actually... Hold it there. I'll tell you what. Luke's actually just jumped ship.
Quick, say loads while he's gone.
He's had to jump off, check his Google.
I'll tell you now, though, no one in the comments has got it yet.
This should be so easy. Like this. Who got promoted? Nottingham Forest. No, that's massive. Can't be doing that. Brentford.
No.
Is Luke back in the building?
Luke's running
to
yours.
Got it by the time he comes back.
You thought, I'm not having any more of this.
No, it's not going to be Crystal Palace. Have they still not got it in the comments?
No, no one's got it in the comments. I know you're all making this face, aren't you? Like, you should know it. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it?
Chelsea. Chelsea.
Oh.
No.
No.
Oh, really?
Paul Gasol said it. He thought I'd done it. Oh, that was stupid not getting that. It's still not Chelsea. The shortest name of the Premier League club. My head. This has got me, Paul. This is like bandaffled my head. This has. If bandaffled is even the word.
No. Names that have already been said that people have said in the comments as well. You couldn't have Luton because it's Luton Town. Arsenal isn't the shortest. West Ham would be West Ham United as well. Here
this
he
is really back. He's back. You might get it.
He's back with the answer.
First answer, that'll be right.
Quick, Luke. Come in, Luke.
I'm not even in here yet.
Get in.
Oh.
Well, let me in.
You're in now. You're in.
Am I in the show?
You're in the show. You're in the show.
Okay, Sean. So I don't know what's happened here. My computer decides that it just wanted to let the internet be optional.
It's fine, mate. They still haven't got it. So if you've got an answer, throw
Fulham.
it in. It's Fulham.
Oh, wait, really?
Six letters. Six letters. Well done. And well done, Blues. Got it eventually as well. Arsenal, Chelsea, and Everton are all 7 letters, and they've only got one name. There's no United or City or anything after it. So yeah, Fulham is the right answer.
We gave that to him. We had a chance because he was gone off the stream, and we still couldn't get it. That's
still blasting
my brain.
Were you still blasting them out while I was gone?
Yeah, and we still couldn't get it. All of
Mate, we went through every single team that's ever played in the Premier League and still didn't get it.
I think the only one we missed was Fulham.
I think we were coming up with names that didn't even exist in the end just to try and move on.
Yeah, there he is. One of our ex-managers, bless him.
Oh, I didn't even think about them. That's got my brain. I feel like Luke's give me a punch there.
All right, Luke. We had double Luke then. We almost had 2v2.
Is he back on now? I think he's back on.
Yeah.
He says he's got it back on.
If you're just because people are asking and stuff, if it was English Football League, and I don't know whether it counts, I don't know if they're actually in the Football League, but Berry would be the shortest name. And
you said that, didn't you, Caswell?
Yeah, and if it was Britain, then it would be Air, I think, AYR. So there you go. Just because I know you'd know, you'd think of it. Sorry, Luke. Here you go. He's in, and he's winning 4-3.
We let him have that. I'm really, that's got me head. That has. I feel like I need to refocus because that's really grand head. Like for the next question, because I just didn't know, and it was felt like you should know it, but you just don't.
I kind of like them games, though. I kind of like those games where you've got to name the 9 teams who have done this, that, or the other, stuff like that. So that's how sad I am. Next one, and it's Luke to go first on this. So Billy Krellin is like our 4th choice goalkeeper, and he's just signed a new contract until 2025 in the last month. For how much do you think he earns a week?
I'm going to say he's probably with the under 21. So I'm going to say, well, under 23s now, isn't it? £3,000 a week.
Going for $3,000.
Yeah.
Luke's going $3,000. Gentlemen?
I was going to say 2 when the question came up.
I'm just thinking like you say, we've got to go closer to. I'm going to be really shit back here. I think we should go £2,999.
They're desperate,
because I
mate.
want to win this.
I know you're desperate and everything, but come on.
Yeah, Desperate Dan has entered the building, maybe. I want to win this. I've never won anything. This could be our moment, right? I think £2,999. If it is that bang on, you lot will think that I know it. Do you think that as well, Paul Castle? We've got to go
numbers above that.
I said $2,000 when it first came up around that.
But I think it'd just be like a bit too cocky to go with £2,000. We've got to go for £2,999. Like you said earlier on, he goes first, so let's take advantage of him going first here. So we're going £2,999.
Yeah, it's a bit like parking the bus or keeping the ball in the corner, isn't it? This kind of
time wasting.
So we've got $3,000 from Luke, and we've got less than $3,000 at the last.
It's going to be more now, isn't it?
Emma went 4K, and Blues random guess of 8K. I mean, if
everyone's higher than us.
If you're in the first team squad, it's fantastic, isn't it? So good luck to him. He actually earns $2,500.
Yes, get him.
And you can't see that there, but that's according to Toffee Web. So
have you seen transfer markets and see what they say?
Well, I'm going to go with my source. That was that one.
That's the answer. You've got to try and guess Paul's answer. Oh. What's the score now then? We're level now again.
Gentlemen, it's 4-4.
Yes.
All the 4s. So actually, that takes us to the Adrian Heath finale. So Adrian Heath, Dan. His nickname was
just freaking lucky I've got Caswell here now because it's not my hero. Let's do this.
Nickname was Inchi.
How old do you think I am?
Player.
I don't think you're old, but I just know you probably know more than me. You probably research your history more than me. Come on.
Dan and Paul to go first. So 3 questions about Adrian Heath, and closest one wins. So first one, how many honours, cups and charity shields did Inchi win at Everton? Dan and Paul Cast to go first.
See how I'm looking at you now to see what you're going to say, because I don't know.
Mm.
Luke's got a big smile on his face, lads, to be honest.
Yeah,
He knows the answer, doesn't he? He's
a
had every
bit of
trophy in his hands. Of course he knows the answer to this.
Rubbish poker face.
Got to be honest, when it comes to bad Dixie Dean, of course, which we know the information of, I just know that like previous players were good that I never saw. I'd be a total guess at 5.
What do you think, Dan? You happy with your partner's answer?
I'm just thinking, like, I haven't got a clue, but I'm thinking, like, should we go 4?
Yeah,
Just because 5 sounds a lot. What do you think?
For no reason.
No, for no reason. Honestly, there's no logic behind this whatsoever. Just because I don't know whether, like, should we go lower? Should we go 4? How many cups and shields? Like, how many? We didn't win that much, did we?
Shall
what
I
are you
give?
thinking?
I should. Well, can I just? I'll just go back a sec, okay? And I'll just show you that. Okay. There might just be 1 or 2 clues in those pictures.
Well, I mean, there's at least one there.
So you know, you're on the way. So
Should we go 2?
All right.
Do you think less now?
No, I thought it'd have been about 5, unless I'm totally mistaken, but I'm sure he played in an era where we won a few things.
where we going, chaps?
Should we go with our first answer to 5?
Yeah, go on then. Let's go with 5. I trust you with all my heart. Let's do this.
So team Dan and Paul goes for 5. Luke?
I'm actually going to go a little bit above them and say 7. Because what I'm thinking of right now, you're looking at 2 league titles, 2 FA Cups, 2 Charity Shields, and a European Cup Winners' Cup.
Fair dues.
Well,
So I'm lucky I've
we
listened to
won in that
Caswell there,
time.
because I was saying 2.
Well, Emma says 4. The Blue says 5. The answer actually is 8.
Wow.
So 2 league titles.
Why did we get this era? 8 trophies. We can't even get one.
Well,
we are going to win the cup this season, don't worry.
The clue was in Shield. We actually won Charity Shield 4 years in a row. When
I
we were
actually
winning
thought
everything
he
else.
played at Everton a little bit earlier and joined that era towards the latter end. I didn't realise.
He joined in. He joined in January '82.
I love
Ah,
it.
right, I thought it was late
I
70s.
stumbled close to the right answer.
You did.
Yeah,
you
you did. Good shout, that.
So that was our best era, really. That was when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old. So
that's why he's your favourite player, because he's literally got all the trophies.
Exactly. It's been downhill ever since.
Does anyone ever find it ironic that when Everton have been at their best, the actual city itself was at its worst? Because around that era was the time of bloody Maggie Thatcher, all the strikes and everything, the issues with the docks. It's a weird coincidence, isn't it? So Everton, please keep saying shit so we can actually have a decent city.
Are you saying that we're going to actually do well this season because there's a lot of crap going on, that we're going to win the Carabola Cup?
The Carabola Cup.
The Carabola. I love that one. That's brilliant. Is that like the Florida Cup?
No, it's just Coca-Cola flavour Carabao.
I say it in a posh way. There you go.
In a posh way, I love it. Brilliant. Yeah, Blues sort of mentions it, and yeah, he had a bad injury. He was out for most of one season, which I think it was a good chunk of 85 actually. But then he played up front with Lineker quite a lot in 86. So yes, yeah, that's it, Emma. These guys are obviously too young to remember too much, so that's why I threw him in, to be fair. But yeah,
Luke still got it though. He still got it. We could have done him there. It's my fault. I said low.
He's actually he's coaching Minnesota as well at the moment. So yeah, he's doing all right. But how many goals did he score? So
we need to get this to come back.
This
into
is
this
you,
as
Luke.
Well. We're only one
Luke
away.
Luke winning 5-4, and it's Luke's turn to guess first.
Okay. I'm going to go quite high on this one. I'm going to say 90.
Got it.
Okay.
Right, Dan, if you look at that honours list there, he joined 82, Paul just said. So he had a good 6 years with us. If you've got that midfield, like Andy Gray scored a load and people like that, Lineker had great goal scoring opportunities. 6 seasons, 15, 20 goals a season? Could be 100, 110.
What did Luke go for? 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go for 91. By what Paul Cashwell said, it's higher than what Luke said, and we just need to make sure.
That's a proper Virgin move, that.
No. Mate, I'll be a virgin all night if we can beat you on this.
90 and a half.
I'll send Duncan after you then.
It's getting very play your cards right this. Very much higher or lower.
That's what you want. You got to. Did you know what? You got to take it seriously. I know it's a bit of a fun quiz, international break, but I didn't enter Caswell to the building to lose this. We've got this. So yeah, we're going to go one above Luke's answer.
Fair enough. So 90 for Luke, 91. Yeah, thanks, Blues. 91 for Dan and Paul. The actual answer, I'll tell you what, 93.
Yeah.
Good job you didn't go with my 100.
A cracking first guess, that, Luke, to be honest. That was a good
Lucky we
answer.
didn't go for the 100 because we would have been off. I was going to say let's go for your 100 because it's more of you going for your guess, but lucky we did just go. We couldn't go much more than Luke's answer, could we? We did well there. I'm proud of us.
Actually, Emma and the Blues.
Asshole, he said asshole.
Emma and the Blues have just said that he's not long left Minnesota, so I'm gutted for him there. Actually,
Do you know when we literally me and Caswell, we let Luke throw the first dart in the treble, and then we put the other two in. He's gave us a good feed where to put it. That's what we do. We don't mess about. We let him try, and then we eat him up after he's given his answer. Right, come on, let's do this.
Okay, we play dirty. That's fine by me. I'm happy to play dirty.
He put it on a play for you to tap it in and steal his goal.
Couple of Lukaku move there.
Sweaty. That was a sweaty answer on it, as I say, as the young people say at FIFA. Sweaty answer that was.
And that bit there, I found that photo. He's just talking about this goal that he scored in 84, and we were playing. Was it 84 or 83? We were playing Oxford away in an FA Cup or league game, and we were losing 1-0. And Howard Kendall, it looked as though he was going to lose his job and things like this. And Oxford gave the ball away, passed it back to their keeper, but Inchy ran in, rounded the keeper and put it in. And then it seemed from that game, we just went on a ridiculous run and ended up winning the cup and then winning the league the year after and all that sort of stuff. So that sort of, you'll score 150 goals in your career, but you always get defined for one. That is generally his goal that he gets remembered for.
So does that mean Bournemouth could be that catalyst that means we'll win the league?
Just there you go.
Our first goal for that one was quite literally a defender's blunder.
Yeah, it might well be. You never know. We won't know until we look back in however long time and say that was the point. That's where it changed. Let's hope so. Anyway, bloody hell. And the final one then is how many appearances did he make?
On you so I can bloody
is this the last question on him or the last question overall?
This is the last question.
And what, we're drawing as well?
And you are both on 5.
Who's first? We're first this time,
You're
ain't we?
first. This is where it comes back to bite you on the ass.
So you remember when we were playing fair? Or remember when I was playing fair?
Dan, would you go over 200? What?
I want to know what Luke's answer is right now. That's what I want to know.
One.
Oh. 200
I'll give you-
a lot, isn't it?
He joined. I'll give you a clue before either answer. So he joined in '82, and he went to Man City, sort of at the end of '87, beginning of '88.
All right. Oh yeah.
82, 87, so 5 years. I got that right.
I'm in your head here, Paul. I'm in your head.
6 years.
I just think 35 games a season. That's where and it's just a little bit over that because you've got.
He got injured though. Big patch. They did leak that he got injured. Remember?
Oh yeah.
I'll listen. So he's probably had a season out.
170, 180 then.
180 with the darts. I just said 180. Do you think that could be a sign? Like trebles?
170 or 180.
It seems a lot though, like 180 for a footballer. I think like
in 6 seasons, it's 30 games a season.
Don't forget the cup games as well.
Yeah, but he was injured as well.
I know, is he helping us out or is he freaking hustling?
Oh, you'll never know.
Just cast off sufficient.
I think he's got the right. I think just 180 could be a sign if it's meant to be.
Yeah. With the darts metaphor as well. Let's go with 180.
Yeah, with the metaphor. The metaphor could just mean it's destiny for us to win, like it's destiny for us to win this derby that's coming up.
Luke's either doing 181 or 179 as payback.
180. Let's finish this with a 180.
Okay. 180 for Dan and Paul. Luke.
Okay.
To slot it home and win the game.
I'm going to go with 181 just to spite him. He did that to me twice. I'm only doing one.
It's lower.
Oh dear. Well, the Blues actually said 140 at a guess. Emma went 166.
Oh, we could be in. Have they been good during the circuit? Does that mean we've got this?
Well, I tell you what, Emma knows the exact height of the FA Cup just from sheer knowledge and no luck whatsoever. So it could be they could be spot on. You never know. Here we go. So the answer,
180.
lads, it's 307.
Oh,
307.
Not even close with me 200.
Sorry,
you can't even get. You know what though?
Oh.
That's a fix because you can't even get 100. You can't even get 307 in darts. That is a fix.
Not unless you use a lot of darts.
Yeah, good point. We probably needed 9 darts.
I think we did actually do quite well in the cups over the 80s. We got to a league, what was the Milk Cup final, so the League Cup final.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tons. You know,
and people moan about games now. Do you know what I mean?
Stuff as well, isn't it? Pre-season matches are still going to, be included in players' appearances. So there you go. So right at the far post in the last minute, Luke nods it in, and Luke's the winner.
Look at him with the header. We gave a good account for ourselves there. I feel that was probably the best match you've ever seen for closeness, right to the very end.
So there you go, chaps. I'm afraid Dan and Paul come up short, and Luke made short.
Short, hey, short. Hey.
There we go.
Well
done, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
I even got Gremlins as well to help me out with the answers, and I got Paul, and we still couldn't do it.
Your lucky mascot didn't work, Dan. I'm afraid.
No, do you know what though? The thing is, that was a really good quiz that you did there, mate. Honestly,
yeah.
I didn't know what you'd set up, and you just said I put a quiz together for international break. That was top class standard. That was. I really actually enjoyed that. And I'm rubbish at quizzes, and I get bored of them. But that was a real good quiz. I enjoyed that.
Well, like West Egg said, it wasn't very short. But
good point.
actually, perfectly the hour. So
bang on.
there you go. So thanks,
It
everybody.
went fast for me, though. That was fun. Well done, though, Luke. Yeah, I knew you were good. I knew you were good. Glad I didn't give you a partner because you probably would have spanked us. But we'll have you next time. Don't worry. We'll do more.
That was fun. Cutting close with it.
Did you, Luke? Did you see before we end this? Did you see that I was on the BBC podcast on the 7th one?
Nah, you know what? I'll be honest. I don't really tune in too much with the BBC podcasts and everything like that. That sort of stuff does actually slip me by a bit. But you'll have to send me the thing so I can see it.
Yeah, I'll send it you on video. I think this my claim to fame, I suppose. Like me singing the Dwight. Yeah, but it's a serious podcast about Everton's 2 relegation battles. Like a really serious podcast, and they interview the fans, they interview the players all the way through the relegation battle. And then my part in this is me singing the Dwight McNeil song. That's what it is. I'm singing the Dwight McNeil song, and it really high pitch, like you make me feel like that, really high pitch in it. But I suppose that's me, so I'm just happy I got to play a part in it. But it is a good podcast. I will give it a shout out. A lot of people should give it a listen. It's about our 2 relegation battles, but it's quite in depth. I like it. Yeah.
Very secretive, wasn't it? And Julia Bold seems to have done a cracking job. So, yeah, everyone give it a listen.
It's not Julia.
Yeah, and you'll see how we managed to come through all of that absolute crap of a couple of years.
Oh yeah, it's one of those.
Just before we go, how do you feel about? We're going to do a pre-match on the derby, but I feel really ready for this derby. I don't know why. Obviously, we had a good result, but I feel really happy and excited for this derby. Are you as excited as me? Before we go.
Yeah, definitely. I think having been to the games and seen the way we've played, I think the result against Bournemouth, I put on Twitter beforehand, score predictions, I put 3-0, and I think it was due. Bauer said earlier, second half of Luton, Arsenal at home and Villa away in the league, not the cup, are the only times where we haven't really performed like we have elsewhere. Had we have got them 6 points against Fulham and Wolves, we would be in 9th position. So we are playing like a 9th position team, and it just seems to have clicked. I know it was Bournemouth and people say relegation, but it has clicked. Had it clicked against Wolves and Fulham, we'd be going, yeah, we deserve to be in 9th. So I think we'll surprise Liverpool. At the moment, it's not game day, so on game day I'll be thinking we'll win 2-0. But at the moment, if we can go there and put a big battle in, I can't see any reason why we can't come away with a good, well-earned point.
That's true, mate. The only thing is, this is the problem with Bloody Merseyside derbies. They seem to exist outside of like the normal reality of football. They've just they're like their own bubble within their own. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like both teams do not play like how they've performed previously. Nope. I mean, I always remember bloody Liverpool like a world beater team, and we went and bloody drubbed them all over the show when we were meant to be in a relegation scrap, and it just nothing seemed to be cohesive or sitting right. As long as we don't have Anthony Taylor as the referee, it should be a decent game as well.
Yeah. I hate. This is my one fixture of the season where I hate it. And I always loathe myself for watching it as well. I always loathe myself for watching it. It's like, why did I bloody watch that in the first place? Why didn't I just leave it? If we did well, then watch it. But
yeah, Paul Caswell's always positive. He's just said we'll put a good battle up. Even Luke fancies it. Anything can happen. He's saying we'll do. I think we'll do. I'm really looking forward to it. I am. And
I've got to be honest.
The good thing is as well.
I was going to say I'm as confident this time as when we went there with Ancelotti. And I thought we'd win there. I think we'll get something from. I really think we'll get something from the game. I don't think it'll be a classy performance. I think it'll be a hard slog, but I think we'll get something from it.
It's going to be what players turn up into. You've got loads of good players on the pitch from both teams, but it's going to be who's got the bottle. But I don't think they'll like players like Jack Harrison and McNeil and Calvert-Lewin on fire. I don't think they'll land them. I don't, but we'll do a pre-match on it. We will.
We will.
Paul, I'll let you end it because you've just done the amazing quiz. Well done, Luke. You smashed it there. Thanks for coming on. School of Science. He's got some cracking stuff on his channel. Always go on, hit the subscribe button on Luke's channel, School of Science. He's got loads of subscribers, but he should have more because it's a cracking channel. Well, I don't even need to say more than that, do I, Luke? But how are you feeling on the ground as well? Just what I want to say on before we. It's coming up, isn't it? I've seen some videos on your latest ones. It's getting close.
Yeah, it's certainly getting there at the moment. I mean, when I went there this morning, it was pretty much mostly a lot of the stuff that's going on now. It's more a lot of the glass and everything going between like the facade and as well as the back of the north stand. You got a lot of glass panes coming into there, so there's a lot coming together in regards to the stadium. I still think the biggest thing is whether Everton go mid-season or they go with the next season. I mean, I know a lot of fans will probably say they want to see the old lady off and style and everything like that, give it a full season, but we've got to think of it from a more critical and commercial sort of aspect. Once that stadium is ready, we need to be able to jump straight into there because that's going to be a lot more in terms of commercial revenue. It's going to be a lot more in terms of income for the fans when they come. It's going to be a much better experience overall, and the match day experience will be something else. I mean, I'm super excited. I want Everton to hurry up and give me an option of where I can actually sit in the stadium because I've got myself, my granddad, and a lot of my friends who've got season tickets, and we're all pretty close together. So we're basically saying to ourselves, right, we're in the lower Gladys. We're going to go to the south stand. That's going to be where all the diehard Evertonians are. That's where it's going to be at loudest. But I'll tell you the God's honest truth. I will severely miss Goodison Park when we do move. That is going to be the biggest thing. I mean, the Bournemouth game, I was actually sitting in a different area altogether. I was actually in the lower Bullens. And that being one of the oldest parts of the stadium, when we scored, there's no hyperbole around it. It literally rocks. That you can feel everyone bouncing around. It is literally rocking back and forth while you're in there. It's something else. And it's one of the biggest aspects of the ground that I am going to miss.
When obviously I'm not from the area, and when I watched Everton for a long time and first went to the ground, I've been all around different grounds and stuff, travelled with Everton and stuff like that. There's nothing like the old lady. It's a history ground. You can feel it. It's something. You've got your wooden seats and everything, and you feel like you're on the pitch there. And like you say, it'll be missed, and it's got all its history in that ground and that. But the way football is, also what you said, the way football is, you've got to move with times, ain't you? And us financially, the way we're struggling at the minute, we're going to be in a big hole financially if we stay there. So I agree with you. I think we've got to move in there as soon as possible because it's like if they said to you, you can move in the new stadium halfway through the season, it's going to give you a bit more money to get a new player. Would you do it? Yes, you would because you just want a new player, don't you? You'd sacrifice. You've got to do what you can to benefit your club. Do you agree on that?
Yeah. The thing is 20,000 extra fans. What, say 50 quid a ticket? It's 2 million per game in it. Can't turn your nose up at it.
No, absolutely not.
It's an extra 70 odd million a year. So the quicker you're in, the quicker you earn that money, the less you stop worrying about financial fair play. The reason why these big teams don't worry about financial fair play, they got into these big stadiums before we even started looking at it. So we had a few years behind. So let's not delay it anymore. So I totally agree with what you said, Luke.
Bang on, bang on. Right, Paul Caswell, I'll let you say the last words. Thanks, everyone, for coming on. Cracking quiz. Paul, last words.
No, thanks, everyone, for coming tonight. I'm glad you enjoyed the quiz and enjoy the rest of the international break.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being an awesome quizmaster.
You're very welcome, boys. So, Dan, you can drop the banner, Dan.
Here we go. I'll drop it now. Nice Everton flares. Look, do you know what, though? The good thing is, guess who actually gave me this video for this?
I think it wasn't the one I sent you.
Is it you?
Yes, it is. I love it. I put it on the intro.
The main stand for this one.
Yeah, I turned it in. You sent me a cracking video, and you guys have this for your channel for the all before the game, and that's the video I use now. And hopefully I'll have some Decore videos coming up because I'm waiting on Decore to get back to me to meet Eliana, so we'll see on that as well. Right, I'll let you go. Thanks everyone for coming on.
Take care. Have a great week, and have a great week, everyone watching.
See everybody.